back to Happening by Chance. My name is Mariana and today I have an impromptu reading for you guys. So my plan today was to film the Show Us Your Deck VR that a lot of people have been doing. I've been having a lot of fun watching those VRs, but there's a change in plans because I just came back from the consult with the doctor. I've been having a lot of consults and checkups and stuff, and tomorrow I have more. Anyway, I don't have time. Like the point is I don't have time to film a long chatty video, and I don't like. I like my VRs to be chatty. Also, I just found out that I'm going to be needing another surgery. I've had a lot of surgeries over the years, but it has been several years since my last one and I wasn't expecting it. So I had like a moment of pure stress and I have been super gloomy all week, but I came back home, I took a breath, and currently I'm more in like let's do this mode. I was very gloomy and very stressed. Now I'm more like okay, let's do this, let's just like get it over with. So this is exactly the type of moment when I like to do readings, when I like to pull cards. And as you know, I do like Marseille or Italian or historical decks and more like a cartomancy style. I thought it would be a good idea to pull some cards for this moment so that you can see like a real life reading of how I do readings for myself. So what I want to do is I want to pull 5 cards just to specifically I'm asking for some practical advice going forward, like with my surgery, you know. So it's not like an emotional thing or anything, it's practical advice that I need to know, and I'm going to pull 5 cards. So before I do the reading though, I wanted to show you a new oracle that I received yesterday, and it's the Divine Light Oracle by Scarabeo. It's all kind of like a Mary oracle. So I received this yesterday, so the cards are not shuffled or anything, but I did want to pull one card just like not for the theme or of the reading or anything. It's really more just like having a card next to me, a Mary card next to me, just as like a, I don't know, like a protection or like a watcher accompanying the reading. As I said, it's not shuffled or anything, so it's really more symbolic. And these 3 things have meaning, personal meaning for me. I'm not going to go into the meaning that they have, but I did want to have them out just to, you know, I do like to infuse the decks that I'm reading when I'm doing readings with whatever energy that I am reading with. And these things are special to me on a personal level, and they are going to infuse okay, that flew out, so I'm going to use that one, and it's this card. I actually really love it at first glance. I'm not going to go into why, but it is very meaningful at the moment. And what it says is sedes sapientiae, which is like about knowledge, like the place of knowledge kind of a thing. So if you think about it, it's a pretty great card to have as like a protector for the reading because this is the place of knowledge. As my teachers always say, the cards are a tool to provide information, and that information helps us in different ways, right? So today it's going to help me in this future endeavor, and therefore, you know, the place of knowledge is a perfect card to pull for this reading. Also, the monk painting in the medieval, what's it called, the scriptorium, is just very speaking to me at the moment because of my current interests and the stuff that I've been reading. So again, this is the Divine Light Oracle cards. It's amazing. I don't know why I haven't seen it more online. It's super beautiful, and I feel like it would go with many decks. So I'm going to remove these cards from here, and I am going to leave this laid out here. Actually, no, I'm going to put it here. So I think it's not in frame precisely, kind of, but it is more for me than for you. And I'm going to move this, but again, the reading is more for me than for you. So it's not necessary that you see them. Maybe just like a little bit so that they peek here. And the deck that I'll be using is the Edoardo Dotti by Tuan. I do have a smaller version of this deck by I'm forgetting the name at the moment, Italian and ancient something or other. It's a smaller deck, but I'm feeling more like the energy of a large deck. So I pre-smooshed these ones. I'm just going to do a couple of hand over hand, as I like to do when I do readings. I'm not going to take that card or anything. I have some motor skills issues that I talk about every time I handle cards on screen, and so I don't usually take flyers because, you know, I get a lot of flyers. Unless it's like across the room, I will get flyers because shuffling is just hard. So I'm just doing this just so you know that this is not staged, and I'm asking for practical advice for my surgery. So, you know, that's what I'm asking for. Let me just I like to do like this just for the sound, even if it's not a riffle shuffle. And I'm going to pull 5 cards. So I hope you can see on screen. I want to cut here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so these are my 5 cards, and let's see what they have to say with the place of knowledge. So we have the 9 of coins, King of Swords, Four of Swords, the Sun, and okay, the Battler, the Magician. Is it in frame? Yes, it is. Actually, I can even bring them a little bit down. And yeah, there you go. So I do want to make some videos sorry, I moved the camera. So I do want to make some videos explaining how I read pips, how I read classic tarot, how I like the techniques that I use and stuff. Today's video is not for that because, again, I don't have time. I just wanted to do a quick reading to upload, but this is pretty spot on as per usual. It is with the cards, pretty amazing. This is basically reflecting a concern of mine at the moment, which I was talking about with my mom on the car ride home from the hospital, and it is money. Money is a concern of mine at the moment. I think anyone who's going to get surgery or any medical treatment, money is a concern, right? Like that's pretty, yeah. But I love you have like the King of Swords here and the Three of Swords here that are leading to the Sun and the Magician. So the two, or the Battler, the two majors that we have are the Battler and the Sun. The Sun at the moment for me is like the, you know, the truth, the shining, the goodness, and the Battler is the wit, the cleverness. And so it's like this, you know, the King of Swords and the Swords, the knowledge of using resources, like being wise with the use of the resources will lead to a clever use of them, and will lead to the Sun, which is what I want, right? This is what I want to be, where I want to be with my finances at the moment. So it is like, what is the practical advice going forward with the surgery is be clever with the money stuff. Not going to go into details, obviously, because that's a very personal thing, very personal information, but I think that is pretty much what, yeah. And, you know, coming back to the oracle that wasn't even properly shuffled, the place of knowledge, the King of Swords, Battler. So it is pretty much about making a clever use, being wise, being smart, about, well, in this case, about the economical stuff, but just in general, you know, being wise, being smart, and yeah. So for me, it's pretty much like stop freaking out and bring it down to the wise, to the clever, to the smart. So that would be the reading for today. Thank you so much for watching. This was actually pretty good. I actually really needed this. I when it comes to cards, they really are for me a tool for knowledge, and knowledge helps me to better process my life. I am a very anxious person, and I have discovered that knowledge is a pretty good cure, not cure, but a pretty good fix for anxiety, for momentary anxiety, right? Like, information doesn't remove anxiety, but it helps with anxiety because it helps you put certain things in order. Or if you're worried about something, when you get information about that, you can more easily either structure it, or either know what's coming, prepare for it, etc. So knowledge is a pretty powerful tool to deal with anxiety. So for me, cartomancy really is a pretty powerful tool in my life because it provides information, and information really helps me. Which, again, this card, I immediately falling in love with. I mean, I already loved this oracle, right? I already loved it, but I'm immediately just like 100% connection developed. So happy I got this. And if you haven't got it, not to influence you into being unwise about your money, because that's exactly the opposite advice. But if you like it, it's, yeah, recommendable. Anyway, so that would be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm Mariana. This is Happening by Chance. Hopefully the next video will be my Show Us Your Decks VR, because I actually picked the decks yesterday and I have a mountain of decks on my working space because they were supposed to be for today's tag. So hopefully when I come back from my consults and stuff, I will film that tag, and that will be the next video you see from me. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, comment, etc. It's a new channel for me. I have a booktube channel, but for tarot this is new, so any comment, any subscription is appreciated if you like this content. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you soon-ish with another video. In the meantime, I wish you happy reading, whether that be card reading, book reading, weather, charms, whatever form of reading you prefer.